week. So today, what am I talking about? I'm talking about the 5-step formula, I guess you could call it that, to attract clients. So this is one of my latest documents we've put together, and it's quite relevant this week because we are actually in our masterclass on Sunday, the Business Breakthrough Masterclass. This is one of the topics that we're covering in the 3-hour class. So if you haven't registered for that, you should, because it's epic. We've just released the 50-page workbook today, and it's extraordinary. I'm really happy with this workbook. I'm so excited about delivering this. I do a lot of masterclasses and lives and events in mindset, but I'm really moving into giving everyone, my 20 plus years experience in business, being an entrepreneur in my mid-20s and never looked back. So today I'm going to cover off a little bit on this. It doesn't matter if you're a coach or a consultant, or if you're an affiliate marketer or whatever it is in that space. This is all very relevant when we talk about attracting clients, really understanding how to attract clients. And in my opinion, this is probably one of the hardest things, or one of the most challenging things that a lot of people in this space finds. That is consistency in attracting clients, enough clients, and the amount of work that we constantly need to do to attract clients. So I'm really big on and all my systems and strategies and my content strategies and everything to do with that. I focus very much on people, my dream clients coming to me, not me, trying to get them to come to me. So, I have a lot of strategies, and I'm just going to run through 5 of them for you today in this formula. If you don't know me, I'm Kate, the Courageous Inspirer Coach. Welcome. If you jump on, make sure you let me know you're here. If you're watching the replay, as we always say, not that a lot of you seem to listen though, mind you, that you put #replay, because it gives us an idea of topics that people might be interested in, or, you can comment in there how you felt about the live and the content and what I've delivered, or you can even ask for a particular topic that you want covered. So we do lives every week. Every Thursday. It's our way of giving, one of our many ways of giving. So the 5-step, let's go to the document. We'll just flick over, that'll come over in a minute. Hi, Karen, nice to see you. If you're staying, fantastic. If you're watching the replay, let us know how you find the document when you watch the replay. All right, so let's have a look. This basically is how to attract a steady stream of your ideal clients in 5 simple steps. And as I said to you before, it doesn't matter if you're a coach, a consultant, an affiliate marketer, if you run your own business and you're selling a product, which most of us are doing when we're online, this is relevant to you. Okay, this is relevant to you. Now, let me know if you've got any questions along the way. And I'm going to go straight into the first one for us, which is the client attractor. Number 1 is identify. So what I mean by this is really about understanding your avatar and to choose one. Okay, so 1. So again, one of the things that we're doing in the masterclass this Saturday, we're spending a good chunk of an hour really making sure that you have identified your person, your dream client, your avatar, however you want to call it, many terminologies. But this is very important, being very clear on who your client is, identifying your client and getting a lot of detail about it. It's one of these basic areas. Well, it's not basic. It is hard, right? It's a big topic. And I think what I see a lot, particularly with the women that I work in, perhaps they don't do enough work in this space. They're very keen to get their product out and to get themselves out there. They often, in my opinion, don't spend enough time and reoccurring time looking at their one client, okay, their person, their ultimate client, dream client. So you're wanting to identify who that person is by really understanding the person. This document just gives you a tiny glimpse of some of the things that you start asking, what's their gender, their age, their relationship and family status, their income range. Now, all that's obviously very important. And refining your avatar, your customer, your client is also very critical, because then you're going to be able to create a content strategy and a marketing plan. Okay, so without really knowing who you're messaging to and how they're going to hear you, it's very difficult. You're kind of walking blinded. You're walking in the dark. So when we come down to these, there's many ways again that I look at this. I've condensed this a little bit in this particular document. I expand on this, particularly in the Business Breakthrough Masterclass on Sunday. I think I said Saturday before. It's Sunday, not Saturday. I'm hiking on Saturday. Is that I actually go into a lot of depth in their fears, frustrations, aspirations, and needs. We kind of focus on those 4 areas, but I've made it just a little bit simpler here, whereas I get you to look at their 5 biggest problems and challenges. So that might be their fears and frustrations, their 5 biggest dreams, their 5 biggest fears. And then what that is doing is you're looking at their triggers. You're looking at their triggers, okay? So when we've got problems or challenges, for example, when you're doing this work, and particularly with my clients, I challenge them in going, okay, so in their words, what's the solution and how can you offer that solution? So by working with you, or by buying your product, by choosing you, how are you going to solve their biggest problems? Okay, and note that it's biggest. So when we're doing this in a brainstorming, like more intense, like on Sunday in the masterclass, we have a huge list. We just keep going and going and going, but then we need to go back and identify the top 5. Okay, so dreams is in relation to things like, what are their aspirations and their needs. You're looking at, what is it that they really want and need, because when they're choosing you, we're wanting that they're needing to want and need what you've got. 5 biggest fears, because we're looking at the pain points. So we're looking at the triggers. So again, in your content strategy and everything that you do, you're able to talk to them about what most worries them. What are their fears and frustrations? Yeah, where are they at, and where do they want to be? And by working with you, how are you going to get them to where they want to be? All right. So keep going. I like this one. Who do they idolize? Who's their hero? Who inspires them? Again, this is often, I think, something that's missed when we do the work in this area, because you're wanting to resonate with your person, with your clients. So the more that they get a sense that you represent a lot of what they are inspired by and who inspires them, they're more likely to start following you, getting interested in you, and choosing to work with you or buy your product. Okay, so it's that like, love, trust. Yeah, so if we keep going, we go down then into an avatar statement, and this is where you're starting to do the work. Again, we're going to be doing this in Sunday's masterclass. I love this bit where we start to, often we call it a help statement, or what you stand for, what you do. So here you're identifying your niche, and you're identifying what you want to help them with. Okay, so what is the solution to the problem? Because we're wanting one solution, one client, one ideal person, and then you're solving one problem. You're probably going to be solving a lot in whatever you provide to them. But at the end of the day, from a content strategy and marketing point of view, you want to be identifying one. So who want to raise healthy children, who want to get more clients, who want to find a meaningful career. So this is really, niche, sub-niche, niche, sub-niche. Again, it's a really beautiful amount of work. I love it, that I do with my clients when they first come in very early on in working with me. They go into what we call a business breakthrough program. It's a 4-week program, an acceleration program, and they're working on all of this. In Sunday, though, you get to have a little bit of an explore in here. So we're going to keep going. Unless there's any questions, make sure you chuck them in. Even if you're watching the replay, you still have the ability of chucking in your questions for me to go back and answer. Okay, so here we've got use the word "and" as many times as possible, ideally at least 3 times, to unpack more about them and make it even more specific to them. right? The more specific, the better. So I'll give you an example here. I help single men aged 30 to 35 who want to find a partner and create a life together by gaining the skills and support they need through my signature 7-step program, XYZ, whatever that program might be. Okay. And you've got a little bit of a template here that I provide you. Yeah. So number 2 is locate. So where does your ideal client spend most of their time online? This is incredibly important. Again, I find often when a new client comes in with me and we're doing their work and we're looking at their socials, they're on all of them. And they're trying to cover all of them. And a lot of the time they're not doing that very well or with any strategy, So in my opinion, it's really, really important. Again, if you really truly understand your client, your avatar, you'll then do the research and know where they hang out. Okay. So for instance, for me, my client base are mainly on Facebook and LinkedIn. They're the two kind of social media sites that I predominantly use. Yes, we do some IG stories, we throw some stuff out. I don't use TikTok or anything like that because it's not my client base. Okay, my client base is, women, professional women, women in business, arranged sort of age group around sort of 40 to 55. And they just don't use Instagram very often or TikTok or any of those other things. Okay, it's just not their scene. They're more on Facebook and they're definitely on LinkedIn. So you've got to really sort of get all your attention and do a really good job on the social media sites that you've done your homework on, that you know that your avatar play on. Okay, they play on. Don't try and necessarily cover all of them. It's not necessary. The other one that I do is YouTube. I do have a YouTube channel, and that's just promotion for me. It allows me to talk more about my topic knowledge and what I do as well. So YouTube for me is a good place, and I know that my clientele hang out on YouTube. So where does your ideal client spend most of their time? Offline. So this is again, are they on Meetup? Are they on Eventbrite? Are they at networking events? Like, where do they hang out? Where are they? You're not necessarily always going to do all of your marketing for clients online. So you do want to have that knowledge of offline. Where are you hanging out? Where are your women, well, for me, my women, but where is your person? Where do they hang out? Where do they most like to be? Yeah. So again, if you know more about their hobbies and, the type of things that they're interested, are they into cooking? Are they into hiking? Are they into book clubs? Are they into, do they often go to big networking events? So you can't just rely on online marketing. Okay. And then step 2, you choose a maximum of 3 online locations where your ideal clients hang out. And the same thing with off. Yeah. So on and off lines, I do that. I don't have, 100 million thousand groups that I'm involved in. I think that's just a nightmare as well. I'm very selective on which groups I'm in. And I know that my person, my avatar, that's where they hang out. Okay. So captivate, number 3. In this stage, you need to captivate your ideal client consistently and systematically by educating and inspiring them, right? So strategy example here, your own original valuable content, including quotes, helpful captions, writing articles, blogs. And I recommend that you post your own original valuable content weekly. And it could be done either video, or I think it should be done by all video, written and audio. So what this is saying, I guess, is that there's a lot of AI systems out there at the moment, and I don't know about you, but I find them actually quite robotic, seeing they are. So they're good to sort of source some more knowledge about what you want when you're educating in some way. But again, when I'm working with content strategy with my clients, I very much get them seeing the importance of value. And I do believe that you can pretty much tell. Sorry that I'm recovering from a bit of a cold, so I do apologize that I've just had to sniff in front of you. Better than it running out though, is that, if you want to mix it up, but at least once a week, if you've got a lot on and you've got a couple of businesses or a couple of jobs, whatever it might be. So you've got a certain amount of time to be able to go on socials. is that make it easier for you. So have these standard kind of posts that you will do, but at least once or twice, it's very value added. So inspirational, motivational, and educational. It's come from you, and it has authority behind it. So it's authority from your life story. You're showing yourself an example, or one of your clients, your other clients. Maybe you're using them with the work that you've done with them, or from your masses of years of experience. So authority behind the value, but value writing. And everybody listens and learns very differently. And that's why it's very important too, to mix up how you create your content. So video attracts a certain type of people, and they are attracted to you in a certain way better when they see you live. There's more rapport, resonance, connection, alignment. They get to know you. They get to like, love, and trust you faster than static writing. Okay, so that's why it's really, really important to mix it up, in my opinion. Okay, and then we've got offer. What's your offer? I've given you a little bit of a template here. There's many different ways to create an offer, but the most important is that it's irresistible. Okay, you've probably heard that many, many times, but it's true. We want to make it irresistible. So some examples here: delivery methods could be one-on-one private coaching, one-to-many. So that's presentations, workshop, and webinars, or none-to-many, which is sort of evergreen webinars, online courses, if you're building masterminds or academies. And then you're wanting to package it up. So say it's a 12-week coaching program. Maybe it might have a fortnightly online group coaching call, support emails each week, weekly training videos, digital manuals with worksheets and templates, and access to a private online community. Yeah. So this work is truly what I very, very much love doing in that space of creating your offer. Love doing that work, and I do it with all my clients that come through, even the ones that have an offer. I review it and we go right through it again, just to make sure that they've value stacked it, that it's irresistible, it's priced well. It's really, really important that you come out, or you're offering these irresistible offers that work for you, but also work for your avatar, right? And then we've got invite. Okay, so this is where you're always giving opportunities for them to meet with you and talk with you, right, as a potential person that they will work with. So that's done many, many ways as well. But lead magnets is obviously a big way of doing that. This is what I'm doing. Every Tuesday I throw out a freebie that gets people interested, gets people understanding my broad knowledge. It's talking to my dream client, to my avatar. I know what they're looking for, and I know what my expertise is. And then I align that with the programs that I offer. And then I come on here live and I talk about it. So there's another invite, where I'm coming in here and talking about it, and also then going, your option is to call me, or book a clarity call, or a business strategy call, or come to my next event. So invites as many times as you can, either direct or indirect CTAs, which stands for call to action. So all of that's very important. I find, again, it's some that come out into the market because they're kind of limiting belief around sales. They don't invite enough. They don't invite and allow their potential avatar, their client, their person, to reach out, because it'll take a lot more than maybe once for them to be in the right time, or have the money, or whatever it is, whatever's going on in their life, to reach out and see you, speak to you, and see what they could potentially do with you and what you could do for them. Okay, so invite's a big one. So that's my 5-step formula. Each one of those are equally as important. They're topics that I love supporting my women in putting all together and finalising. And that doesn't have to take a long time to put all those together. It just needs somebody there, I guess, that can give you direction on, how to go about this, rather than fearing it or making commitment in some of these areas. It's another thing that I see happen often. So again, this Sunday, not Saturday, this Sunday, the 18th, we have our 3-hour free business breakthrough masterclass where we are covering your dream client content strategy, where we're looking at marketing and social media dominance. And we're also looking at events, okay, how to put together an event and the three big, very proven steps that we need to think about, which is that warm up, which is that invite and sign up. Okay, so there's all that knowledge is all part of what I believe, if you're in the coaching or consulting or in the brand area as well, that you really should know. Okay, and the event part of it I'm covering because I'm very much, my life is about freedom and about, time for me and having that balance. So I like to be able to funnel or attract more clients in one moment than doing 20 one-on-one sales calls per week. All right. So if you're someone that is more interested in that lifestyle rather than sitting in front of a computer doing a sales call numerous times every week, then again, that's why I've put that component into this 3-hour masterclass, because I feel that there's a bit of a fear in there. A lot of my clients experience this. There's nothing to be fearful. And I'm going to give you some proven ways or proven steps on how to go about it. All right. So reach out. We're going to pop the details of the masterclass into the comments below. Or if you want to reach out, I'm also going to put in my clarity booking call. That just gives you an opportunity to discuss this document if you want to talk about it. But as I said, if you're really wanting to dive in, join the masterclass on Sunday. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.